Everything is connected and everything vibrates. Physical matter, what we experience through our five senses, is dense and vibrates at a lower frequency. Color vibrates within the visible spectrum of light from red to violet. Red vibrates at the lowest frequency, and violet vibrates at the highest frequency. Ultraviolet, which we are unable to see with the naked eye, vibrates at an even higher frequency. Our thoughts, feelings, and desires also vibrate at various frequencies, and we send out our vibrations into the universe. Vibrations at the lower level or frequency, such as angry outbursts, for example, don't generally last long, but they have a stronger short-term effect. Higher vibrations, which are subtler than the lower vibrations, have the longest lasting effects. The Arcturians tell us that our own vibrational frequency draws to us whatever lies within that frequency. Since our planet resides in the third dimension, its vibrational frequency is much lower and denser than the vibrational frequency of the higher dimensions. El Morya says the mission is to move from the plane of dense matter and duality up to the plane of oneness. Our personal vibrations can actually help to either raise or lower the entire planet's vibrations. On a personal level, our vibrational frequency also affects the people around us, just as other people's vibrations affect us. Each thought, word, feeling, and behavior resides on its own frequency. Optimism, for example, resides on a higher frequency. Pessimism and cynicism reside on a lower frequency. It is our best interest to pay attention to what we are putting out and what we are taking in. A vibration of anger or fear in one person may create a similar vibration in someone else. The same is true of higher vibrations. If we are vibrating at a higher frequency, we are sending love out into the universe, and love at the highest vibration of all. We can choose positive thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that raise our vibration and help us advance along the spiritual path. Or we can choose negative thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that lower our vibrations. Often, we're not really choosing, but simply reacting or following old, ingrained patterns. The goal is to raise our vibrational frequency and keep it as positive and high as possible. But if we're not paying attention, if we're simply reacting or running on autopilot, it's easy for other people's negative attitudes to penetrate our thoughts or feelings. Since everything vibrates, vibrations from other people and from places and things are all around us, affecting us without our being aware. We may know something is wrong, but we haven't made the connection between cause and effect. We're affected by what we read or hear through the media, the TV, radio, internet, and even by excessive noise, machinery, and equipment. According to Abraham, we are always getting a perfect vibrational match to whatever we are predominantly giving our attention to. Although we choose what we let in and what we keep out, we don't always exercise our freedom of choice. Often we're like sieves, indiscriminately letting anything and everything affect us. We have to develop the habit of noticing what is going on around us and how it's affecting us before we can decide what to pay attention to and what to avoid. While it's obviously a good idea to limit our exposure to negative people, situations, and things that drain our energy, most of us also have some attitudes and behaviors that lower our own vibrational frequencies, as well as the vibrational frequencies of those we come in contact with. Some of these attitudes and behaviors which may not even be consciously aware of. This includes not taking care of ourselves to the point of Getting becoming over-involved in other worn people's down problems. or even sick. Consistently overworking or overdoing so that we forget to protect ourselves. Getting sucked into negative feelings and staying there. Being in destructive relationships. Letting things slide or being irresponsible. Living in the past or in the future instead of in the moment, taking on other people's negative attitudes, constantly criticizing ourselves or others, or being around critical people, addictions or obsessions of any kind, including eating, shopping, alcohol, drugs, etc., negative emotions, anger, fear, resentment, depression, shame, guilt, jealousy, greed, etc. Negative thinking lowers our vibration, weakens our auric shield, and leaves us unprotected. It closes us down to love and to the flow of abundance, and it prevents us from seeing the positive in the world around us. Negative thinking attracts more negativity, and that's what gets us stuck. Not only can negative thinking make you ill, your negative thoughts can develop into negative thought forms, which become entity-like over time. I don't have the ability to raise someone else's vibrational frequency because I can't think and feel for anyone else. But the guides can do it on a temporary basis. Jesus can do it too, which is one of the reasons he stays in people after they've had a healing session, sometimes for as long as 4 days. I've noticed people's vibrational frequency lift as a result of a healing session, but it doesn't stay at that level all by itself. It's up to each of us to learn to assess how we feel so we can then choose positive thoughts, vibrations, and attitudes that raise our own vibrational frequency. Some of these things that we can do to raise our vibration are meditating on a regular basis, even for 15 minutes a day, using positive affirmations and visualizations, staying in communication with our guides, but only those who are here for the highest good, and especially with the Arcturians, tapping into the higher vibration of these multidimensional beings, focusing on love and the highest vibration of all, learning how to be mindful and aware instead of asleep, learning how to redirect negative thoughts, releasing negative emotions and letting go of the past, forgiving ourselves, forgiving those who we feel have wronged us, asking for help when we need it instead of sinking deeper and deeper into despair, tuning out the critical inner voice, being active instead of passive, and changing the things in our lives that don't work. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for coming to my channel and for watching this video. I hope you're very excited to learn much more about the Arcturians. I know I am. Please leave a comment below about something that you're very curious about. Again, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification so you don't miss the next video. Thank you again. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And be positive.